Okay. Wow.
I don't even know what to think of this.
Me neither.
It almost feels like Canyon's like, let's get that Olaf win rate up. It's too low.
Hey, Croco won a game.
It looks too bad. Like, let me help. I don't know, man. There were so many good options available. This is definitely the more aggressive option, I suppose.
Yeah, I wonder what the thought process is here, because there is, of course, a benefit to the Olaf that we haven't really seen utilized, so maybe Canyon will be able to do so.
That neat peel, right? But they're not going to go for that as we do jump into game number 1 here. As you mentioned, maybe they want to keep the tempo high and start off here, kind of go with the...
exactly what you'd expect, right? As mentioned, it's really hard. Although an actual fight could be good here.
Yeah, Canyon chasing this one down as the Galio will come in. No level 6 for Canyon just yet, and they are trying to jump on Fleek, and they will pick up that kill. Here comes the rotation down from the bottom lane. Tumblelife does get there earlier, but now it's a 4v3. Showmaker still at full health means that, Fleek maybe getting in there a little bit too far. Canyon able to track him down.
Windows, a lot less than there would otherwise be. Oh boy.
Getting in here now. The needles, though, are coming out, but this is what you were talking about. The Galio comes in, but it might not matter. Bertle is able to pick up the kill, but he will go down as the assist is giving over to Camille. They do take out the Gwen as well. Also, Galio came up here.
Yeah, and that's on Dudu, right? He's the one that sets up the play. And if Carves is not yet in range, you can't immediately go for that.
Yeah.
Kellen and Dogdom.
Now some fighting coming in here. The concussive blows onto Kellen, and now Samdi gets in there as he is able to pick up the kill in the 2v2 down in the bottom side. Not something you would always expect, but Samdi and Vista playing well in the last couple of days.
He missed it, Veldes.
Oh. I was wondering what we were getting the zoom-ins on. I'm like, I didn't see anything. I thought he was fine. Yeah, here's Canyon. He's like, no, this is my jungle. What are you trying to do here on Fleek? Ragnarok does come out here. I almost said Renekton. We don't see Renekton here in this league. Canyon still on the run. He is going to get slowed up, and he might be in a little bit of trouble here. He does have his flash, as now with Camille coming in, Canyon going a little bit too deep on this one, and he will be punished for it.
Yeah, uncharacteristic mistake from Canyon that not able to hit his axis. Yeah,
I think those are the two teams.
Even T1, who was notorious for always going.
Oh, that was close. As Bertle was in a little bit of trouble, as he is actually in a lot of trouble. Down he goes, Kars with his ultimate. Now 2-0-1 is this Galio. Dalmakia still feeling pretty good.
It's a nice bait here by Dudu. Unlike the first time, this time around, he knows very well aware of where his teammate is, a little bit of sidestepping up there.
Jinx is having fun. And basically we sat around for 2 minutes and farmed, and now we're ready to fight because the Drake is coming up. Humalife, as I mentioned, you can't give this one away for free. We're trying to clear out the vision as much as possible. You see even Vista on Fleek being melee alongside a car. It's kind of scary to get on in there and clear that ward. Dudu, pretty nice flank here on the right side. Takes a little bit of damage as Humalife have taken position now on the Drake.
Pretty big there. Bertle's duty is to sweep out Dudu. Dudu cannot get onto the enemy backline. That is the main thing.
He's keeping pretty good tabs on him so far. He's down a scanner, is Bertle, but he sees him again. There's a bit of poking, that's absolutely going to go the way of Dalmonkia. They have the poke. Humalife have the hard engage. So it's going to come down to losing as little health as possible for Hanwha, and then getting an engage onto someone that is scary. But take a look at the positioning from Damwon. The carries are up on the top side as far away from Humalife as possible.
They know.
Yeah. We're going to see this rotation coming in, so they may want to reposition here, Damwon. Very careful on this play. Extremely careful, as Samdi is going to take a bunch of damage there in the front. Dudu finally brings up the cards. He has to stopwatch before he even pulls the trigger. Finally goes into his ultimate, and this is just messy. They are not getting anything done on the back line. Damwon Kia do it perfectly. Not sure about that flash from Showmaker, but it doesn't matter. Free Infernal Soul will go the way of Damwon, and they might even get the Baron too. 0%. What do you think?
It's a Veldes 0. I mean, I'm going to follow you. You're the stopwatch expert, Veldes. I'm completely with you on that one. And in addition, again, there's very little opportunities for flanks. The team is not in position. They're not going to be able to contest this.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of build up to nothing.
All right, Mr. Elder.
As they should.
looks like they should be able to as well. Galio ultimate once again a little bit late as Bertle is fighting against 4 people.
He has Elder though, and he's Gwen.
Okay, they finally did it, but he's still got a kill onto the Camille. Gotta love it, as OnFleek is going to be taken out here by Canyon, who still has his Starks gauge. And even Cars is going to be taken out as well. That's going to be the end of the game, guys. Dom and Kia having their fun at the end. Duck Dom wants another kill. And looks like he will be denied it, as Showmaker is just literally running in, gets the kill, and picks up the Nexus. The numbers here, definitely one-sided to Dom and Kia.
It's a very clean gold graph as well. The win. Especially with the lead, right? You have a this is a really strong 2v2 as well. Mixed damage profile goes back a long time, Feldas. The LeBlanc as
LeBlanc.
A lot of, I think this is yeah, this is Dom and Kia saying we're the better team and we have champions that allow us to really showcase that. And as Hanwha, I'd be a little bit scared after the last match. I'd be terrified as Hanwha, because if these champions get ahead, not a lot of gameplay available to you.
There's a lot of gameplay from Dom and Kia. Definitely picked up that plate, but I guess he wanted the better back timing. As Bertle's going to land the Shuriken, this might just be a solo, as he does get it and picks up the first blood, but then immediately dies.
Ultimate either, right? Because that might completely change the whole equation.
Yeah.
And also through bone plating, which is kind of interesting that Bertle's just like, no, I have to kill now. I'm fine. I'm certain. Oh, here they go.
Duck Dom, okay, maybe a little bit of a bait as Canyon is down here and Duck Dom gets excited. The extra movement speed gets him away from Vista and OnFleek, and this is looking like a 2-for-0 in favor of Canyon and Dom and Kia. Might not be over just yet either. As, okay, we'll have the grand exit from Vista, but Canyon once again showing that he will get the jungle gap here in game 2.
First time around, it didn't fall for the bait. Second time, unfortunately.
Uh-oh, he's probably dead. There it is. The extra chains come in, and now an extra kill into the pockets of Showmaker. Canyon's back again.
To just playing weak side, but he doesn't really care, right? He has so much innate safety, as long as he doesn't try too aggressive, as I say that. There's a wave, Bertle!
Chronicler, why do you have to tell him to do that with your Casper curse?
Strong.
This Rift Herald is going to come down against some plates, as we mentioned, a split between Cars and OnFleek.
Wow. Dom and Kia is just already having that kind of threat that you'd expect to not really come around until you hit a couple more levels, second item spikes.
Yeah, this time it is not a secret, OnFleek. It's also the second Rift Herald. You do not have to throw everything on this one, but they do have the engage. Nice positioning from Kelly. It's going to stop Vista from coming into that back line. And there it is. They're just waiting, biding their time, poking them out as the smite goes the way of Canyon too, and all the way into the back. Canyon gets a massive kick, immediately dies though, as Bertle is in the back line doing that damage. Canyon gives up his life so that his team can have a front line. Another double kill there into the pockets of Duck Dom. How about one double kill for Bertle as well, with a side of fries, and that will be the ace.
They didn't get the eye, not worth.
Dudu does the same thing. Just going to be waiting for this Infernal Drake to spawn. As the collapse is coming in here onto Bertle, he should know that something is up with this aggression coming out. He wants to go forward. Typical Bertle, but he tries to get over the wall. There is a con right there, but he doesn't quite have the damage. Here comes Canyon, who does get in there, but with the flash charm that does come in, Canyon says bye. I would not like to help you any further, and I can't quite do that. So a pick onto Bertle right before the Drake does come out. Not half bad.
And 2 ultimates being used there. Now, to try and get a 4v5, you do want to go for the soul point. You don't need to, but look at the damage. They're 6.5k gold ahead. Like, they can do this. They don't need to, but they definitely can.
Yeah, the soul effect comes down, and Showmaker's being such a menace on the back line. OnFleek, he's going to have to Crescent Guard here soon if he wants to live, and they're just going to say, well, I guess you're just going to get this 4v5. 4v5 is all we need, says Damwon. And it's kind of like what you mentioned before, right? Even if he was 0-3, Bertle, it wouldn't really matter. Damwon would still be winning, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. These are the type of games that make me want to pick up LeBlanc.
You tried, and you don't even need chains, and then you have no impact. And
it's like,
you're very sad.
You end up like that. Oh, wow. Samdi just gets rocked by a rocket. That is going to be 2 inhibitors going down at nearly the same time. Showmaker still getting in there, and yeah, goodbye, Rakan. Nice knowing you. You gave it your best, Peter, in this game. But yeah, Canyon gonna get into the back line, just giving up his life to make sure that this game will end. As in goes Bertle, he's gonna land that shuriken, does get poked down. Karis trying his absolute best. Damwon Kia will just be padding the stats. This second game, a bit quicker than game number 1, but we'll have the... Oh man, double kill for Karis, what a play. GG, Damwon Kia will pick up the 2-0.
Provided
that's fair.
Way too much damage, but again, I think you can reasonably vote for most of the Damwon Kia members and make a decent argument.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Season for the POG interview translation. We are here joined by Bertle and Canyon from Damwon Kia. Bertle, you are having a fantastic game on the starting lineup recently. How do you feel? I don't know. I don't think I played well, but still, you know, my teammates played so well, so I'm happy about that. Are you unhappy about your performance? The last team fight on Gwen, you know, and also Akali as well in general. I think I have a long way to go. Canyon, Damwon Kia is now on a winning streak. How do you feel? I think today's victory was so meaningful. And I'm so happy that we were able to get the win, and we will keep working hard. First up, Bertle. First game, Honda Life Esports opted into the Camille Galio comp, their 3-0 comp of the spring split. I've never expected them to play that actually into Gwen. I'm pretty confident into a Gwen Camille matchup, so I was feeling okay about it. Then looking at the Camille Galio comp, could you kind of read the plan of Honda Life Esports playing around the top side? I wanted to make a bigger CS gap, but Xin Zhao came for a level 3 gank, so it was a little bit messed up, but still, I still followed my feelings about it. I guess Bertle really wanted to dominate the top lane. Still, you are able to pick up the POG after having a successful lane against Camille. Gwen, here in the spring split, was actually 5-15 so far. Very low win rate for the champion. Well, I've been practicing that champion for so long, and I hope to increase her win rate in the future. Damwon Kia, how do you feel being on that roster? You're fully adapted? Yes, I am, but still, my performance has to, you know, improve. I've got a very long way to go. What do you think of his performance, Kenya? Do you think he's fully adapted to Damwon Kia roster? Not perfect yet, maybe, but our teamwork is getting better day by day. To see Bertle showing better performance maybe in the future as well. And then game number 1, Kenyan, you played Olaf into Onflix Xin Zhao. Was that a counter pick prepared in order to, you know, play against Onflix? You know, Onflix, you know, we pretty much expected this champion pool, you know, Xin Zhao, Lee Sin. I didn't really practice Olaf jungle, but I kind of looked into their comp and realized Olaf would be good, so we decided to lock it in. And then game number 2, you were popping off on Lee Sin, but some people say Lee is a trap card in the current meta, but he is slowly climbing up the tier list again. I don't really know why, but after a few practice on the scrims and also in solo queue, I kind of realized it's still a very viable pick and pretty strong. I want to ask you about the counter gank that happened in the early game number 2. I think both pretty much expected each other to be playing around the bot lane, and the one who engages first would lose the fight, and then it was the opponents coming in for the gank, so I was able to kind of react to it, but it was really close. It was pretty risky, but somehow it worked out really well, so we were able to turn the fight around. Then who made the call, you know? The setup. We were just like, the opponent flashed, let's go in. We were just following our feelings. Kenyan, with this POG, you are now tied for first place together with Dread. I think junglers are having a good time here in the LCK Spring Split. Do you think that this is because junglers are the most significant role here in the Spring Split? No, I don't think so. Everyone has to play really well right now, but I think I got so lucky, so I was able to win many POGs. Your next opponent is also very, very important. It's gonna be the match of the week against T1. T1 has been performing so well these days, so we will do our best in order to prepare for that match and play well on that day. Bertle, you'll be playing against Zeus, your T1 Academy teammate. Any word of warning over to him? I mean, Zeus. He used to be so good, and he's still doing a fantastic job. I don't want to, have any banter, but I hope we can all have a good one on that day together. Last but not least, Bertle, you once mentioned that you want to, send out some wishes over to the fans. Happy New Year from Bertle and also Kenya with the traditional bow. And that's gonna be it from Kenya and Bertle from Tama and Kia, and I'm gonna toss it back to Atlas and Wolf on the endless carpet. Thank you.